Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to New You Life Freedom. We host this meeting every single Tuesday evening so that our distributors have somewhere to bring the people that they've been talking to about our incredible products, our incredible company, our incredible opportunity. I want to thank you for giving us some of your time tonight. If you're a guest, we know how busy you are, but thanks for respecting the person enough to show up here and hear about this information. We are very excited about this information. You will notice it. But we do not hype this. I'll give you an example. Last night, we do a meeting on Mondays called Gel and Tell. And we had two of the most unbelievable testimonials in the world. And one of them, Ken, who's on this call, said this. He said, I believe this is the best product that has ever been released to the world. And I sat there and I got to thinking about that. And I thought, my God, he's right. We are in a very precarious position. You are going to be presented with something tonight where if you have an entrepreneurial mind, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, then I believe you will join us. I think you'd be crazy not to. That's how excited we are about this. Now, on the other hand, I do ask you, I know at the same time, we have all been faced with so many opportunities over the years where people just have to roll their eyes. I don't believe you'll do that tonight. So the only thing I can ask you to do is let down, if there's any wall, let it down, receive this information because it is very, very exciting. It's changed my life, my wife's life, who's on here with me as my counterpart and helping me do this meeting. We have a great program lined up for you tonight. Miss Angel Chandler will be joining us all the way from Canada. Let everybody know who you are, Angel. Thanks for being with us. And this is exciting, guys. I'm telling you, this is just flat out exciting what we do. And I'll start with just a little bit of our background. Lee and I have been in the industry for 23 years and we kind of took a step back. I don't know if you've ever walked away from something. Sometimes it seems like when you come back, you get better. But that happened to us, and we did in 2015. And early in 2017, when we were receptive again, when we were looking again, I received a phone call. And a gentleman on the other end of the line said, there's a man that's been working on a product since 2001, and he's looking for someone to help build a distributor force to take his product to the world. And I said, 2001, you got to admit, it's 2017. That's kind of odd. And I said, that's an awful long time for a product to get to market. I said, what's the product? And he said, it's the only transdermal human growth hormone product available without a prescription. And it's registered with the FDA as an over-the-counter homeopathic drug. Now, those of you that are new hearing this for the first time, I know that you're probably trying to untangle all that, but let me do it for you. Because this is what I heard. I heard first human growth hormone. Even though that wasn't the first thing in the statement, that was what I focused on. Because I had been reading about human growth hormone for about 15 years previous to this call. I knew that it had been called the fountain of youth. I knew that it was the master hormone of the body that's with us all through the stages of life. It's made in our pituitary gland that's nestled under our brain. And that it's responsible for growing with us, our healing, our organs, our cartilage, our bone, everything, all cellular communication, human growth hormone is involved in. And I know that at the age of 30, for some reason, the gland starts to dry up, if you will, slow down the making of human growth hormone. And we all succumb to aging. So I heard that there was a way that you could possibly replace it. Now, I also knew about the regular way of administering human growth hormone, which is about $2,500 a month average, and you have to inject yourself twice a day. And I thought, not many people do that. Not many people can afford it. And when I learned that it was a transdermal form, ladies and gentlemen, I got very excited. I asked if it was a patch. I don't know about you, but I hate patches. They just irritate my skin. So the individual says, no, it's a gel. You put it on twice a day. You put 2 pumps in the morning on a thin skin area of your body. I don't know if you can see that, but that right there, my wrist, I think you can. I put my other wrist up against it and I rub it up my inner forearm where all those veins are. That's a thin skin area, underarms, back of knees, tops of feet, inside the groin, all thin skin areas with veins closely present to the skin. He said, you put 2 pumps in the morning, 2 pumps at night, right before you go to bed. Now, kind of contradicting myself because I won't go to bed for another 2 or 3 hours, but I wanted to show you how to use it. It amazes people how it absorbs into their skin. The first thing we did, let me pull up a slide here. Let me share my screen so I can show you who Alexi is. This is Alexi. And Alexi is our founder. He was the first person that created Somaderm. And when I spoke with him, I got so excited, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many of you have ever done this, but I've been around, almost 2.5 decades in the industry. And what I learned about Alexi when I met him is he didn't care about the money. He cared about sharing products to help people. His exit plan, I remember doing a call with him, and his exit plan, he told me, was to, when he passes away, that's his exit plan, because until that day, he's going to continue to create products that are going to help change people's lives. That kind of blew me away. And, when I look at Somaderm, I look at Alexi first as the product, because he created something. The first thing Lee and I did was get on this product, and it started to change us immediately. Our sleep, our energy, our mood, our libido. I watched Lee, her hair, skin, and nails, her body composition, my body composition, my pain levels. There were so many things that we were affected by this gel when we started using it. We got so excited. We put it in the hands of 100 people. In about less than 60 days, that doubled to 200 people. We still hadn't started the company. We were still kind of doing our market research. And about that time, I'd say it was late May, early June 2017, we decided to start New You Life because Alexi saw an opportunity. You see, he formulates products, makes products, manufactures products, but he's not a marketer. So he sells them from nutritional stores into other nutritional stores, but he's never had this mass ability to market. When we had those 200 people on the phone, it caught his attention. He said, wow, you just knew about my product for a couple of months, and there's hundreds of people all over the United States wanting to market it. And that's when we decided to start this company. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, what happened after that was nothing shy of amazing. Okay, our first year, when most companies do about $2 million if they're going to be successful and make it into their second year, in our space, if they do $2 million that first year, they're excited, they're moving on to year 2. We did 60 million. And we paid out $32 million to people that went out there, got excited about this product, sharing their social markets, and it was off to the races from there. It's amazing when you can experience all these different things from one product that has a 60-day money-back guarantee that costs about $150 a month. So we usually say for $5 a day, can you imagine at no risk having the possibility to experience 40 different things? That is exciting, and that's what happens to people. They start using it. They can't believe how effective it is. They can't believe the number of things that can possibly happen. And I always have to say possibly, because this is an over-the-counter. It is not a prescription. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, it just continued getting better and better and better. I don't know if you can see that chart there, but we were named the fastest growing young direct sales company in the world just in our second year of existence. That chart said we did 150. We actually did about 172 million that year. But when we took those first 2 years in an industry that had been flat for like the first 15 years prior to New You Life coming on the scene, We sold more product in 2 years in the United States than any company that I know of ever in the history of this industry. And it just kept getting better. After, at the end of year 2, we started to move into Hong Kong. People from China were coming to Hong Kong. They would get there any way they could to get this product. And then year 3, something else magnificent happened. We were named number 40 on the top 100 global list by Direct Selling magazine. That's huge, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm looking at our company like we're still crawling around. We haven't even grown up yet. And we're being ranked with companies like Nu Skin and Amway. And I was like, wow, what an honor. And it was all because we brought something to the market that the market needed. I mean, everybody wants to look and feel young. People realize when you balance your hormones, you balance your life, and on and on and on. So what New You Life has been able to do, breaking records, changing people's lives financially, it all boils down to the product. I've been doing this so long, and if I told you how many people that tried to recruit me and said, you wouldn't believe the comp plan. Yes, we have a great comp plan. I designed it myself, but I don't spend my days talking about it because people genuinely use this product and they take it to their social networks, their family, their friends, people they know, love, and care about, people that they first meet. And they're like, you don't understand. You just have to try this product. Hence, it creates a business opportunity because no one else in the world has this. Very, very exciting. Let's bring Angel on, guys. This is awesome. Just recently started working with Angel. She's starting to do some great things. She's a single mom from Canada. I think you have 2 children, if I remember correctly. And she is someone, you know, a lot of times I'll introduce a nurse or a doctor or a plumber or a real estate developer, but Angel is somebody for the last 15 years that has been a professional full-time person in the direct sales industry. So I thought, let's get Angel on and hear some of her point of views and some of her opinions. Angel, how are you tonight? Thank you for being with us.
I am so good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really just excited to be here.
It's exciting, isn't it? Seeing all these people and knowing the state of I guess people's financial situations. I think a lot of people are looking for something that makes sense.
Absolutely. That was me. It's not quite 15 years. It's been 11 years that I've been in this profession, but right now, absolutely, people are seeking out additional ways. If you're here and you're new and you're a guest, it's likely that you're like, you know what, I know I need to be doing something. I see other people doing this. I just want to make a little bit of income. And that was me. 11 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom at that time. I was still married and I had just had my son and I just needed a couple of extra $100 a month, to feel like I was doing something I was passionate about, always loved health and wellness. And so I love that this vehicle that we have here is something we can put into the hands of others, lock arms with them and show them, guide them through a system of how to actually make some extra cash from home, no matter what level it is you want that at, whether you're just wanting a little bit or you actually want to go out and replace a full-time income, right? We have everything here for them.
Well, I think it's awesome that you started, from a place of you just wanted to make a couple $100. I mean, and so let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about New You Life right now. Let's go back 11 years and you obviously accomplished that goal. Back then, 11 years, you got to where you're making a couple $100 a month. What was it that you saw, Angel, that made you think bigger, that made you want more?
It's so funny. Back then, I wasn't thinking bigger. And I think a lot of people, if you haven't been introduced to something like this, there's kind of a cap on our living, right? Where we grow up with certain beliefs. We grow up with an idea of what it takes to be happy and make the 9-to-5 income. So I wasn't dreaming. So when I came across network marketing from a friend who shared a product with me, a product I loved that product. It was fantastic. Did I do great in that company? No, I didn't. But it showed me a whole new world. And at first, when I realized it was network marketing, which some people on here might be thinking, you hear the word Amway on our presentation, you're like, whoa, what am I into here? That's how I felt at first, right? And I took a look at the profession. I started studying people. I started seeing the success that people had created. I started reading their stories and realizing there are people with stories like mine that I resonate with that have created these incredible lives. Really cool people. We kind of always had this stigma of network marketing being, these people with their briefcases and some videos that they're sending you and phoning your phone 15 times a day. And that's not the case. And so when I started to get attracted to these people and started learning about them, I just got fed with a fire for dreams for not just myself, my kids. It started to become something where I'm like all of a sudden dreaming of things I had never dreamt of before, picturing a life I had never pictured before, hitting heights I had never thought of before. And so that's what I love about when you come into something like this. You may start really small, like me, maybe just like, a couple of $100 would be nice, sell a product I like. And then all of a sudden you're stretched, right? Your thinking stretches, your dreams stretch. You start to see and want more, and not just for yourself, you want it for other people. And that becomes just such a huge blessing. So that's where I started. Now I'm a full-time single mom. This is a passion of mine. It's turned into just something I can't not do. I took a break for a couple of years before New Life and didn't know if I'd be back again. I built some great organizations. I thought I was done. But as I've said before, God let me know he's not done with me yet in what I'm doing with this. And I'm excited to be here because I know we're going to talk about what we have here. But really, if you're here right now, you're in such a great spot.
It's exciting. It's exciting. And when you start dreaming and you realize that there's no glass ceiling, that's something that Lee and I figured out. We're like, oh my gosh, there's no glass ceiling here. It's okay. I mean, people are, if they want to work for a company and be an employee, that's okay. But there's a glass ceiling. So some people don't want that. And those are the people we're interested in talking to, and the people that are like, we need a little more. Because I'll tell you this, I don't believe that anyone wants to work all day, 8 or 10 hours at one job. This is something I don't believe. And I don't believe they want to go to another job and put another 4 or 5 or 8 in. That would be impossible to me, for goodness sakes. So, and Angel, share with everyone from your point of view, the power of what New Life possesses, in our flagship product. Our other ones are great. And what we have to offer and how that creates an opportunity, just from your point of view.
For sure. I would love to. Over those 11 years and, whether I was involved building or training or coaching, the great thing is I was blessed with being able to connect with and really get into circles of people with great influence in this profession. I sought it out. I wanted to be around those people. I wanted to know what they were doing. And along those ways, you start to learn what to look for. You have conversations with people who are having success and you kind of hear the behind the scenes of how it happened, right? People see it from one side, but if you hear actually how a team comes together, how a company comes together, how that growth really happens, there have to be core components to a company in order for that to happen. One organization that I had fell apart because there wasn't a core component, right? Something was missing. And so coming into New Life and seeing it, yes, Somaderm is phenomenal. Danielle says it best, if you have hormones, you need this product. I come from a position of exactly, hitting my 40s and being like, what's going on with my body, right? Why are things changing? Why do I no longer feel like I have control over what's going on? And a product like this gives you that control back, right? So definitely, this is a product unlike anything else out there. I love that we have no competition. I love that we are unique out there. We have something nobody else has. We can share this with people and they haven't heard of it before. They're not buying it from another company or they're not comparing it to something else they're already using. We have something that nobody else has. I always say we have the cookie, right? We've got that good here. But what I love is the opportunity. So the fact that we've got this incredible product and not everybody is selling it out there and nobody has really heard of it. We have the positioning in a company that is going to just take off. We have a timing where if you're on this presentation right now and you're watching or you've been invited, you're literally at a spot right now with a company that is going to be the newest, biggest thing that you're going to hear of all the time, right? You're going to hear a bit everywhere because everybody's going to be talking about this product. But this opportunity right now is so key because we are at that cusp of everybody hearing about it. We're at that place where leaders are coming in. We've got the leadership. We have people that know how to build. We have people that know what to look for, and they're here for a reason. We've got systems people can follow. We've got everything that's needed for somebody new, whether or not you're looking at a home business right now. Maybe you've been looking around, kind of peeking in some doors, and people are talking to you, you're getting messages. It's hard to decide, right? It's hard to know what to look for, or who to choose, or where to go. And I can say to you from experience, this is the place to go. So if anybody's looking, this is the place. You have the leadership, you have the training, you have the tools, and you have the product to go out and create that success, and you have that timing, right? And that is so key. And people don't really think about that, right? They don't really know. Or if you're an experienced entrepreneur in the home business industry and you're, well, I might try again, or I'm not really happy where I'm at, we welcome you with open arms here too, right? Because this opportunity is massive for everybody. And we're building that leadership team that's just I think we're going to take over the world.
I'll never forget when we started, we had this 3-minute video, and at the end of it, it just scrolled all the different benefits. Okay. And I think this is why people, when they slow down long enough to learn about Somaderm, then it hits them. They're like, oh my gosh, this is a huge opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what I'm talking about. I usually do this in the beginning, but I almost spaced it. So what, I'll do it now. We're just talking here. So Dr. Ronald Klatz, who's the president of the American Academy of Anti-Aging, says, with increased levels of HGH, you will experience, I'm going to say you may, because we're over the counter, okay? Lose fat, gain muscle, increase energy level, increase immune function, enhance sexual performance, increase cardiac output, improve skin elasticity, remove wrinkles, eliminate cellulite, improve vision, increase memory, improve quality of sleep, increase exercise performance, lower blood pressure, improve cholesterol profile, increase bone mass, quicken wound healing. That's half of them. Other companies are built on products that do one thing, maybe get you better sleep, or maybe get you better mood. We're talking 40 for rubbing something on your skin. So when people get over the point of going, that's too good to be true, we're like, hey, there's a money back guarantee. Use the product. You will understand your entrepreneurial juices will start bubbling, not flowing. Wouldn't you say, Angel? Bubbling up inside them. So
Absolutely.
I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I'm able to get a little crazy about our product. Going back to what Ken said last night, the best product ever released in the world. I have to agree with them. And it's ours. It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is making sense to you, no, you're not going to spend tens of thousands of dollars. You can get started for a couple $100. You can't spend more than, I think, $1,100. Maybe like $1,150 with, to get the executive pack. If you're thinking business minded, don't worry, that guarantee goes with all of our products, customers and distributors. But if you're thinking in a business sense, open your store with products and get it in 5 or 6 or 7 people's hands. Don't do it onesie twosie, because it'll take longer. And you teach your people to do that. This can happen quickly. And you're just looking for a few key people. And you might end up with tens, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands. It's happened many times here. So pretty exciting. Last question, Angel. Someone joins us. A lot of times you hear people, they're like, oh, I joined and I never heard from anyone. They didn't have any training. I mean, share the kind of support that a new person will get, or an experienced person, because they're going to need assistance too before they know the story properly. They're going to need help building.
I've never seen quite the culture like this with the supports and the systems that we have. So if somebody brand new comes in and they don't know how to do it, they're going to get a handheld from either the person who brought them in, or maybe the person who brings you in is new too. They know somebody who's going to show you what to do. They're going to introduce you to somebody who has done this, somebody who's going to show you the systems, how to invite, how to get people simply onto these Zooms, right? Can you invite somebody to a Zoom like this? Can you show them? Can you just, as Mel Jordan says, master the invite, right? You know, can you master that invite of bringing people in? So you're going to be shown how to hold conversations, how to identify people, how to, you know, think of the right people that you want to work with here. But the great thing is we have a culture, right? We already have that culture and excitement and support. When you just said that you bubble, like you have bubbling excitement over the product, I'm a business person, right? I always have been in network marketing. So I love the products and I will share the products, but the opportunity, because of how it changed my life, because I went from that mom just wanting to be home to then going through a divorce and having this be not only just what is going to build a legacy for my kids, but also it's what got me through some really dark times, right? The personal development we go through here. So there's so much that we do together. It's not just, oh, come and join my business and we're going to build together. It's come do life together. Come grow with me. What are your dreams? What's your family life like? What are you going through? If you just need 30 minutes to sit and talk, that's what this team is. That's what this company is. We're a family, right? It's building support and giving people hope. I think so many people are lonely right now, and so many people need that dream, or so many people just need help. And that's what this is. And so I've really never seen a company where all of these people have come together and supported each other in this way, and being able to plug into anybody, and people are, you know, helping each other out. You know, can you cover this call for me? I'm going to be busy at this time. Could you take this call? Yes. Right. Like that's what we do. So I think because of the leaders that established this, and because of the way Alexi built the company and the people he chose to partner with, like you, Joe, because of the way it was built and the framework that started, the roots that are growing now are so strong that it's just something that's going to be unmovable, and a place where people know that they can just tap into it and create whatever goal that they have. And so don't be afraid or think you can't, because, you know, I don't know how to talk about the compensation plan all the time. Somebody will ask me a question. I'll be like, hey, I got to get somebody else on the phone with you because I can't answer that like they can, right? We know how to all support each other. So don't be afraid of it. Just kind of lean into it, ask the right questions. No question is silly here. We want to support everybody, but just know that if you've been looking, I don't believe there's, you know, any coincidence. You're not here by any coincidence whatsoever. You're likely here because it's the right time right now for you. And that's what New Life is right now. It's the right thing right now. So congratulations to anybody who's here seeing this for the first time, because you're in a very, very special spot right now with what we have.
Yes, absolutely. Greatly said. We want you to join us. Let's bring my wife on to join us and give away a few gels.
Hi, Angel, you are amazing. I loved everything you said, and it just resonates with me personally, but I know it will resonate with a bunch of other people too. So I'm just grateful that you were here. So like Joe said, if you are a distributor and you have a guest on and you did not put your name in the chat, I have everybody in alphabetical order, but just unmute yourself and let me know, and I'll add your name to the wheel. But so far, this is what we have. Like I said, it's alphabetical order. So if you are a distributor and you have a guest on and you don't see your name, just let me know.
I mean, I think you got it 100%. Wow. Nobody's unmuting. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna
We won't say
shuffle them.
anything. We won't say anything to Kenny. Wait, hold on. Betty's unmuted. Betty, are you a distributor? I didn't know if she was trying to. Looked like she was trying to say, but she's okay. She's not. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's shuffle them up and let's give away our first gel. Bridget,
Yay, Bridget.
you're muted, my love.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You know what to do with just
You're a good
email
shot,
me and I'll
Leon.
take care of
Thank
it for you. You're welcome. Here we go again.
Yay,
Nancy.
Nancy.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm so excited.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Hi, Nancy.
Okay, thanks, Joe. I'll let you know. I'll send you my message.
You're awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Guys, in closing, thank you, Lee. You did a fantastic job. You didn't miss one person. I was joking around. I said, we're not going to tell Kenny. We like picking on Kenny. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something in closing here. And Angel, you are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much
Thank you.
Um,
It was my pleasure
for
to be
everything
here.
tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was awesome. I want to have you back. And hey, someday maybe you can take my place and you can have somebody on. How about that? Because I think you can do it. I don't think I know.
So,
But listen, everyone, in closing, and this especially goes out to you guests, I want you to know that, you know, you're not supposed to be living to work. In the US, if you look at how we are conditioned in our lives to live to work in this job, work in that job, and everything, we're always after something. You go to Europe and you look at how those people work. You go to Italy and you're like, wow, they didn't show up till 8. Now they're having freaking coffee and biscotti, you know, and at 6, everybody's gone and you're not getting somebody. And on the weekend, no, okay. They do it backwards than the way that we do it. They work to live. I want that to get on your mind and deep into your hard drive and understand what it is that I'm saying to you. When, you know, when Angel sits there and talking about, wow, I got into my dream space and I start thinking about leaving a legacy for my son and my children. We're not thinking like that. We're thinking how long we could spend at work and how we can build someone else's dream. Start to think about you. There's nothing selfish about you creating a lifestyle for yourself, for your family, for your parents, for your children, whatever that is. There's nothing selfish about you working so that your life can be what you want, instead of somebody dictating what you do and where you go and how long you're there. So please think about that, because it's what drove Lee and I 30 years ago. I think Angel was pretty clear. It's what drives her now. And that's who I'm looking for. This isn't for everyone, but I'm looking for that person that says, yes, I'm ready to do something different. Because I realize if I keep doing the same thing, I'm going to keep getting the same thing. I'm ready to change. So with that, God bless everyone. Thank you for your attention. Angel, thank you. You're awesome. And have a great evening. And remember, happy 4th of July. No Sunday, no Monday, no Tuesday meetings next week. Everyone, please have a safe holiday season. And once again, God bless you.
God bless you too, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you, my lady. Bye, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
Charlie.
Have
Thank
a great
you.
night, guys.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
4th.
Christmas in July.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.